The next thing is BlueprintNativeEvents. BlueprintNativeEvents can have code in C++. And when you implement the function body in the CPP file, you need to add this underscore implementation to the function name, because Unreal is going to set up some intermediate code to call this. So here we call the BlueprintNativeEvent. So overriding this means we're not going to execute the code on the C++ side. So if we were to print string, this would not execute any C++ code. If we wanted to execute the C++ code and do this, we can right click on the function and do add call to parent function. And so in this way, we're kind of overriding the function. So if we make a call to the BP native event in our begin play, compile that, and let's drop a breakpoint in our function that is the code side of the function, and let's put a breakpoint in the blueprint side. And if I play, we hit the code side first, because this is where we're calling the parent function. And in Blueprint, we hit the blueprint print string. And so in that way, you can kind of override functions. Note that also the underscore implementation is a function generated for you, and it's a virtual function. So in your child classes, you can override that and have even more overridden behavior in code. So if we draw up a breakpoint there, compile this. Actually, we need to fix our compile errors by saving both files. And also, I want to call this super, so we can see that both execute. I'll put a breakpoint right there, compile that. Okay, so now we have the blueprint overriding the event, and we have a code class that is a child class also overriding the virtual, and then we have the base virtual in the parent class. So we should hit all three of these. So I've got a breakpoint here, and we have breakpoints in code here and here. So let's play and watch it hit all of them. So we've hit the child in code, which is going to call it super, and then we will hit the print for the blueprint child. And so that's how you override events in Blueprint that are also overridable in code. But these events do not have return types. So what if you wanted to have a function that you could call in code and have Blueprint return you a value? Well, you can do that also with BlueprintNativeEvents. So in the code, we've got it returning 0 by default. And in begin play, we'll just call that. But let's override this in Blueprint. Actually, let's move this above and drop a breakpoint, compile it. And then in Blueprint, we can go to the functions, override, and we can see override will return in Blueprint. And instead of returning that, let's return 100. And let's compile that, save it. So let's print the value. So compile that and test it. All right, so make sure you include the Kismet system library. And now we can drop a breakpoint here and live code that. So we've overridden it and we return 100. We can drop a breakpoint on it too. And play. So now we have this overridable return in Blueprint. We step down, we hit the breakpoint, which is going to return 100 instead of 0. And we can see the value is 100. And so that is how you can have blueprints return values to code.